So thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Are you a little tired? You're home stretch, like that's it. This is the last press day. How does it feel?
It feels good. It does feel good. It's been an amazing journey to be able to present this movie to the world when it's part of such an iconic franchise. And there's so much legacy as well to this, and especially to finish up in Miami where I get the opportunity to show it to audiences has been incredibly exciting for me.
Let's talk a little bit about your character. Ultimately for the greater good of humanity, but he does things a little different than what we're used to.
Absolutely, yes. August, as much as he does have the greater good of humanity in mind, his methods are somewhat callous, or amoral, in fact. And that's what makes his character so interesting when you put him in a room with Ethan Hunt. Ethan Hunt is a classic hero. He has a moral guideline which he sticks to. But sometimes the mission fails because of that moral guideline, and that's where we start our story. And that's why August Walker, who is essentially the guy who never fails type, and is very callous in his approach, when Ethan and him are in the same room, that creates tension. And tension creates good story.
It was incredible. Let's talk about, you just said, who never fails. Let's talk a little bit about the stunts, because there is a big fail in this one. He is a stud. All his stunts are amazing. Tom is a badass, right? So you just got your Mission Impossible badge for doing all the stunts. So high five to that.
Thank you very much.
But there was one that you didn't get to do.
There was one I didn't get to do, and that was the biggest heartbreak for me. It's been on my bucket list for a long, long time now. And I came onto this movie and I heard that we were doing it. And so I said, right, put me in training. Like, I want to do this stunt. And we built the biggest wind tunnel, outdoor wind tunnel in the world on the studio lot at Leavesden in London. And I was doing lots of training in there, enjoying it enormously. We eventually got round to the very end of the movie, 12 months later, when we were shooting that sequence. And it's the Halo sequence out of the C-17 at the very beginning of the movie. And I'm in the C-17 with a parachute on, and we shoot the opening bit, and then it's a switch out with a stuntman. The stuntman jumps. And after a couple of times, I turned around to Tom and I said, Tom, just let me do this. This is crazy. I have a parachute. I'm in the plane. And
I'm Superman.
And I've had training. Superman doesn't really fly when it comes to doing that stuff. And I said, I'm ready. I can do this. And he said, Henry, I appreciate your passion. I appreciate the fact that you want to do it. I would be in the exact same boat, and I'd be champing at the bit to get in there too. But you don't have the required skills. Because it took me hundreds of actual jumps, not just wind tunnel training, to get to this level of doing these stunts in the air. And if you do this, there's the initial bit, which is fine, but there's a bit in the middle, which if we did that with you, the chances are we wouldn't recover in time and we'd both be dead.
Oh.
And I said, well, Tom, I'll let you off this time.
Yeah.
But next time I'm jumping.
Never mind. I'm gonna go back to craft services now.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise did hurt his ankle pretty bad, and they did tell him 6 months off your ankle, no running. How was that like, and how soon did you see him back on his feet running?
He was back in 6 weeks. Running.
An animal. He's an animal.
There's a determination to that man, which I have rarely seen. And I was impressed.
6 weeks. Now, if you guys were running a race, who do you think would win that race? Because I'm short, and he's just a little shorter than you. So you have longer legs on him, but would you have the speed?
I don't know. Maybe Tom and I will have to organize a race sometime.
So your fans, they have the next mission for you, and that is to get Superman underway. Tell us about it.
I think there's a likelihood that we can see another Superman movie somewhere between 2019 and probably 2045.
You're from the Isle of Jersey, which is known for really amazing beaches, and we know that you spend a lot of time here in South Florida with us, which we appreciate. Tell me your favorite spot here in South Florida.
I think it's tough to have a favorite spot necessarily. When I come here, it's a lot of time spent just decompressing and relaxing, going to the gym and training jiu-jitsu. And so I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite spot which everyone would go to, because when you're out and about, obviously there is a work element to it. It's
Sure.
not pure relaxation. But I do enjoy running along the beach. I try and run every morning. If I'm doing running for cardio rather than jiu-jitsu, I will probably run along the beach every morning.
Kansas City Chiefs fan, will you ever be a Miami Dolphins fan? You spend enough time here. I get it. Superman's from Kansas, I get that, but Dolphins fan, why not?
While the Dolphins are an exceptional team, my heart lies with the Chiefs.
All right, enough said. Thank you.
Thank you very much.